Albert Camus. Albert Camus, 1913–1960, was a French philosopher, author, and journalist. He is known for his existentialist philosophy, which emphasizes the absurdity and meaninglessness of human existence, as well as his critiques of totalitarianism and political violence. Camus was born in Algeria, which was then a French colony, and he often wrote about the tensions between the French colonizers and the Algerian people. He studied philosophy at the University of Algiers, where he became involved in the Algerian independence movement. Camus' most famous works include his novels, The Stranger, and The Plague, as well as his philosophical essay, The Myth of Sisyphus. In these works, Camus explored themes such as the nature of freedom, the search for meaning in life, and the human struggle against oppressive systems and societal norms. Camus was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1957, and his works continue to be widely read and studied today. He died in a car accident in 1960 at the age of 46. Did you know? Albert Camus once said,
"Avoid moving in front of me. I may not understand. You must not follow me. I might not lead. Walk with me. Just be my friend." If you keep trying to figure out what happiness is, you'll never find it. If you are seeking the purpose of life, you will never live. In the dead of winter, I figured out that I had an unstoppable summer inside of me. Man is the only animal that rejects who he is. Nobody is aware that some people work really hard just to appear normal. Should I drink coffee or commit suicide? Live till you're in tears. But ultimately, it takes more courage to stay alive than to commit suicide. You already know what charm is, a strategy for earning a positive response without directly posing a question. Being fully free to the point that your very life is an act of rebellion is the only way to deal with an unfree world. I wasn't sure what actually interested me, but I was certain about what didn't. Blessed are the flexible hearts, for they shall never break. Every leaf is a bloom in the autumn, it's like a second spring. I feel like crying when I look at my life and its hidden colors. Giving all to the now is what constitutes true charity towards the future. Fiction is the deception we tell to tell the truth. I let myself be exposed to the world's calm indifference. We ought not to worry too much about other people in order to be happy. A writer's job is to prevent civilization from obliterating itself. One needs to occasionally turn away from the world in order to understand it. The Minotaur. I used to brag about my loyalty, but I think I've betrayed every person I've ever loved at some point. Always push yourself too far because that's where the truth will be found. Every kind of beauty contains an element of the unnatural. The soul grows a taste for tragedy when it suffers too much. I am not an atheist, but I do not believe in God. Humans rush to make judgments in an effort to avoid being judged themselves. I didn't want to squander the little time I had left on God, the speaker said. Don't hold off until the final decision. It arrives each day. That when and how we die don't matter is evident given that we are all going to pass away. I have no idea what is in store for me or what will occur once this is over. For the time being, I am aware that there are sick people who require medical attention. Seek not what is attractive, seek what is genuine. There is no joy in life without a sense of hopelessness about it. I first exposed myself to the world's benevolent indifference when I glanced up at the multitude of signs and stars in the night sky. I want to be there if something bad is going to happen to me. Man inevitably falls victim to his truths. He cannot escape from them once he has accepted them. Some people have been known to speak while they sleep. While others sleep, lecturers speak. Every act of defiance reveals a yearning for youth and a call to one's fundamental self. I would rather live my life believing there is a God and die to discover there isn't, than live my life believing there is and dying to discover there is. The phrase, cause for living, can equally serve as a compelling argument for passing away. Hardly any passion exists without conflict. I exist because I rebel. It is the responsibility of thinking people not to support the executioners. The problem of life is that it may be both wonderful and overpowering. It would be nearly effortless to live without risk, love, or beauty. Whatever you're doing to keep yourself from killing yourself is the literal meaning of life. Who are rebels? A guy who refuses. Freedom is nothing more than an opportunity to improve. I am aware of the greatness of man. However, if he lacks strong emotion, he leaves me cold. The evil that exists in the world nearly invariably results from ignorance, and if good intentions lack understanding, they may cause as much harm as malice. Have you given up all hope? And do you genuinely believe that after you pass away, nothing will be left behind? Yeah, he replied. In the middle of winter, I found an unstoppable essence within myself. Idleness is only fatal to the average. Everyone, in actuality, commits himself to developing habits out of boredom. Choosing not to kill yourself is the most essential thing you do every day of your life. Mom passed away today. Or perhaps yesterday, I'm not certain.
This is a quote from Albert Camus, who had knowledge, understanding, and ability in his field, from which we can take the positives, leave the unnecessary, and prepare ourselves for a better future.